take these ones. Yeah, I got it. Oopsies. I lost one. I'm noticing that the grass is very sharp. So you're getting 150,000 shillings. This tastes really good. Channel. Now today we are going to go and find someone, actually a judger, a grandma, who is making local alcohol from banana leaves. So I'm really excited to learn about the process of making alcohol from banana leaves. What's zotin yabo? Balunji. So we've just met Teacher Rose, and she's informed us that she knows where a grandma, a judger, is making this local alcohol.
Born of this area.
You're born from here?
Yes.
Oh, then you're very local. Oh, so this is Mvumba.
Yes.
And what's the name of your village? Oh, Gayaza?
Next to village.
Oh! Have you ever tasted this local wine?
Yes.
Oh! You have? Oh. How does it taste? Maybe not. I guess we'll find out. So, we're now on a boda because it's a little bit tricky to find Mama Brenda's house.
Okay.
And John is the husband to one of the Mama Brendas. Apparently there's two Mama Brendas. Or are they both your wives? And John has kindly said, I can't take any money for this trip because it is my home. So very humble. Olina ukukaka mo agaloa. He's going to do some garden work. Oh, great. So now they're doing, right, thank you so much, bro. So, John has just dropped us here at Mama Brenda's house. Now, we've just arrived at the very start where they've actually collected some grasses and some bananas to start the process. So let's go and have a little look at what they're doing. Hello! Oh, he's shy. Look at this one. Oh, wow. Okay, let me take my bag off and put it here. Ah, thank you so much. Thank you. So I see you've already started the process. Kakati, you've got these bananas, yellow bananas. Hey, this is the, you're not using the skin. So I can see here is the inside of the banana. I thought that it was the skins, but actually I'm not right. It's actually the inside of the banana that's used. Then some local grass is used to mix through. Then they step on the banana, and I'm guessing that it's actually the grass that helps to mix it. So the grass helps to mix and mingle the banana through. They're using their feet to mix it through, and the dogs are very interested in the action of what's going on. I'm going to go help bring some bananas first. It's not that bad. No, it's fine. Don't worry. No, don't worry. I'm helping. Yeah, where's the more matoki? Where? Let me. It's here. Let me bring some more bananas.
Okay.
So now we're just going into the storeroom where the bananas are kept. So these bananas have been kept in here ready to make the alcohol. So let's go on inside and get some of the bananas. So this is also where you're cooking as well. So I'm just getting some of the bananas from the top storeroom area, ready to take them over to the next pile, which is to be Oh, it's quite high, isn't it? Oh, they're very ripe too. The next pile to be, oh dear, I'm just pulling them all apart. The next pile we're going to get ready to peel. So let me take some bananas over. Right, let's go. So we've got more. Oh, look, there's a couple of hens in here. Oh, beautiful. Take these ones. Yeah, I got it. Oopsies. I lost one.
Yeah.
Okay. These look like they'd be very sweet.
After
2 to 3
putting-
days.
Yeah, after putting the yeast on it,
Yeah.
it takes 2 days to be ready.
Oh, it takes 2 days to be ready.
Yes.
Ah, okay. And then once it's ready, you can take for 1 week? Yeah.
So per week number, yeah, it can take.
And then it goes bad. So the alcohol that's being made, it takes, once they do this process, it takes the whole day to do the process. Then at the end, they add the yeast, and then the yeast needs 2 days to mature. And then once it's mature, the alcohol is ready, and the alcohol can last for, hey, chicken, naughty. The alcohol can last for up to 2 weeks, but by that second week, it's very strong. So you could even just inhale it and be like, woo! Kakati, ogo bananas! Ogo bananas! So a jerry can, you said, is how many liters? 25?
No,
No, 20.
20 liters. 20 liters, we sell it at 25,000.
That's pretty good. Is that enough for you to, like, how's that, is that quite good income for you? Like, how is that to manage surviving on? Because how many jerry cans do you have? Like maybe 7, 6?
Yeah, around there.
So
Cannot exceed 7.
Okay. So you've got about 7 jerry cans at 25. That's 50, 100, 150.
You can do it at every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Every 2 in a week.
Yeah,
Every
even in a week.
Yeah.
So you're getting 150,000 shillings, which I think is like, that's probably like, I think maybe $50 or something, Australian, roughly. But I mean, it's like, seriously, like, if you can't sell the product, what do you do with it? You do drink it, don't you?
We used to do it. Take it. But you cannot take it all. You can call your neighbors.
What is the biggest challenge for you, my sweet Rose? Don't forget to add the sweet rose bit. Sweet rose.
Mu ngeri y'okunoonya amabidde, mu ngeri na wano kale ngukola ngwagala naye gumenya.
Okay.
Gumenya naye ate nga nina ogukola olw'ensonga mwenfuna ki? Sente.
Okay.
I'm here.
Mwenfuna sente ezirabirira abaana. Kituufu bba wange tukwasaganya naye ng'era nga buli omu ng'omuntu omu era nga tasobola kwemalirira nga tulina kukwasaganyiza wamu okusobola okulabika nga tuweerera abaana n'okubabeezaawo.
Now she's saying
Yes.
she faces it is very difficult to find this banana.
Oh, it's really difficult to find this banana.
That is a great challenge for her. And he's putting a lot of money to get it.
So, Mama Rose, what is your dream for this business that you have, making banana alcohol?
Ekigendererwa kye nnina mu mulimu guno nkyalina ekigendererwa nga njagala ngukola mpeerere abaana bange nsobole okubeera obulungi bannyambe mu maaso. bannyambe mu maaso nga nabeera nga bayambiddwa.
She's saying his dream is to sell this, to do this business so that he can educate his children. That is the thing is dreaming for better future of her children.
Yeah.
That is the dream.
Right. So Mama Rose is saying that her dream for this business is to actually be able to make enough money to educate her children so they don't have to do the same work, so that they can have the opportunity to go on and do greater things and get out of the cycle of poverty.
Emyaka 10 giweze kubanga nguludde
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
So Mama Rose has been doing this for 10 years, and there is a trend with Ugandans. Even when life is difficult, they still find a moment to laugh, they still find a moment to dance. So when it's difficult, what does she do to, even though it's hard and the children might be sick, what does she do to help keep the spirit high?
Era mbeerawo era nga bugumiikiriza. Mbeerawo n'ensirika ng'era omukyalo w'omu maka n'osirikira ebizibu byo era n'omala kale era ne weesigama ku Katonda mpaka era bw'oyita mu kizibu ekyo.
We've been peeling bananas. It's almost time to put those bananas into the new pot. Now, what we're using, as I mentioned before, we have this grass which is used to mix through with the bananas, and we have this tool here which is used to cut the grass, and now all the bananas are going to go in. Wow. So we need to make sure that it's really full. Now I'm going to wash my foot because I'd like to learn and understand how they're doing this part here where they're actually pushing and moving and mingling that banana through the grass. So let me wash my foot. And also we have this here which is used as a fan to move away the flies, because there's a lot of flies very interested in the sweet banana. So it's used as a fan to make sure that the flies are not landing on too close to where the bananas are. So when it's this consistency, this is when you know it's ready. And I think the stick is used to keep yourself stable. I saw him using his hand as well, pulling it around. Oh, it's tough. Oh, Bambi. Slowly, I've got to make sure I do it slow, because if you go too quickly, you lose that precious juice.
Pours water, after pouring water, and then start squeezing like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's the next stage of what needs to be done, right? But first, you get this one organised. So you leave this one now, and you don't do the ringing. You don't ring it out yet. Kakati.
It is going to be done right now.
Right now.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, let me wash my foot. So the next process is adding the water,
Yes.
and then once the water is added, then it's wrung out by the hands, and that's the next process after it's been mingled and squished. So as I'm doing this process of squishing it down, I'm noticing that the grass is very sharp. So you've got to make sure that when you're mingling it, that you're slow, because you can cut open your feet, you can cut open your hands. There's also there's like I think there's some wasps around as well. So it's really hard to get that juice out. So you have to put a lot of force into getting that banana juice out. So now we're about to have the water put into the juice. It's been so intensely squashed by that young man. See, they've used the young man who's is actually the son of Mama Rose. Now he's young, he's strong, he's got a lot of energy. Oh, you're going to add water with that one, okay. Okay. Yeah, then the water is added into this bigger tub here. Another one of the challenges that Mama Rose faces is that when she has to pay school fees and other expenses, sometimes she doesn't have enough money to buy bananas, and then that's a real problem, because if she doesn't have enough money to buy bananas, she can't make the next batch of alcohol, and then she can't get a profit from it to help feed her family. So the biggest thing, I think, another big challenge is having enough money to actually buy the produce. Support local and get in contact if you want to buy some of this alcohol, which I'm told is very sweet.
Very, very nice.
And you should know, you've tasted it more than once, haven't you? So make sure that you support local businesses, and there'll be a contact so that you can call them, you can buy directly, and I'm told it's absolutely delicious. John, how did Mama Rose learn how to make this banana alcohol?
She visited one of her friends. That's where she found when they are doing this, and learned from there. When she came back, she said, I must also do it. She started doing it.
Yeah,
so now it has become a business.
That's amazing. And so what was she doing before she got the idea to make the alcohol from her friend?
She was selling even cassava. She was
Frying cassava.
Yes, and sell it. But the difficult from it, she was moving up and down to look for the customer. It was so tiresome.
Yeah.
She decided to stick on this business because she can do it from home.
Yep.
And the customer can they come or direct you at home. And it is a good business for her.
So now what we're doing is once we've transferred the grass over to a bigger pot, we now wring out the juice. The juice is wrung and then put into a cup. We've added the water and it's sieved out, because you've got to make sure you sieve out all the bits of grass, any harder bits of banana that didn't get broken down. Now I'm going to go help Mama Rose build the fire ready to cook the alcohol. Well, it's not alcohol yet, but ready to cook the juice. So the next process is cooking the juice that we've made, and then we've made a fire out of the firewood that's been collected from the surrounding area. And we take that firewood, we make sure we break it up into small little pieces, because what we're going to do is we start putting the firewood underneath, because we need to make sure we get this pot as hot as possible so that it can boil very nicely. Takes some time as the fire heats up and cooks the juice, and then after the juice has been cooked and boiled for some time, then it's left to cool, and then they add yeast. You never know where the smoke is going to go. But you have to keep going. So they become very resilient and strong to be enduring this smoke and heat that burns. But you never know where the wind's going to be changing. This is like the hardest way that you can make alcohol. You've got to collect the firewood. You've got to make the fire from scratch. And there are no shortcuts. That's one thing that's really apparent. There are no shortcuts. You can't just go to a fridge and get this ingredient and then go and turn on a switch to get your heat going. And as I'm sitting here, I'm choking on the fire, the smoke, the heat. It is not easy at all. How do you make your beer at home? How do you prepare food at home? I can assure you that there will probably be some shortcuts that you weren't even aware of, that now you can suddenly realize, wow, I have this shortcut available to me. There are no shortcuts here. It is not an easy job. They are working hard. They are sweating. The fire is hot. The smoke burns. But they must keep going. They must survive. They must provide for the family. We've just seen the first steps to make the banana alcohol. So the peeling, the putting in the pot, the squishing down of the banana, the mixing with the grasses to help mingle it, to squeezing it, to then draining it and putting it on the fire to cook. We are going to come back and see the process. Once that alcohol has been cooked and cooled, we come back to see how it's bottled and how it's put, well, it's not exactly bottled, but it's put into jerry cans and then they put yeast inside. So we're going to come back for that process. Mama Rose, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah, and explaining. Hello, beautiful humans. This is Minty D in Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, The Life. Now, we are back the next day to the place where we made the banana alcohol. It's like a banana wine. So now it should be ready to drink. So I believe in the evening last night they added the yeast so that it could ferment. And now it's time to taste the result. Let's go. I think at the moment the mum is out in the garden. But I can see 2 jerry cans here. Rose. Kakati Rose. Now this alcohol, Wali, Kakati is ready to drink. So now we're here, we're in Rose's home, ready to taste the product from yesterday. So it's been cooked and now they keep it inside to ferment it. So I'm really excited to taste the outcome of what we created yesterday and to understand that process of making it right through now to the fermentation and the tasting. So let's taste it. Let's go, I'm ready. Kakati tugende. I can smell it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So this is the process where it has been fermented. So they've cooked it down, and then once it's cooled, it's put into the barrel, and then they add the yeast, and then the yeast is put in the evening, and overnight it starts to ferment, and then by midday the next day, it's at a point where it's actually ready to be bottled, and it will be bottled in 20-litre jerry cans, and then it will be sold at about 25,000 shillings, which is about like $7, I think, roughly about $7 Australian dollars for 1 jerry can, and they'll manage to get about 6 or 7 jerry cans. It's very nice. So you may like beer, you may like wine, but local alcohol is also very important. Balunji nyo 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 walai, congratulations. This tastes really good and I just keep wanting more and more, and I've been warned, don't drink too much because you're going to get drunk. It's very delicious. If I could take the whole tub home, I would, but I would get drunk just from the fumes. You're doing an amazing job. We know that people will be able to see how it's made. They'll be able to see the effort that goes into this, and they can contact you directly. So contact Rose directly, purchase a 20-litre jerry can for 25,000 shillings. It's an absolute bargain. It's absolutely delicious. Support local, which is really important. So instead of buying a big corporation, a beer from a big corporation or a well-known company, buy local. Support the local winemakers, beer makers, and enjoy something fresh, delicious, and know that you are making a huge impact on that person's welfare and their life. Rose, you're amazing. Well done. This is just absolutely delicious.